Morning, guys. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about TRT, which is a testosterone replacement therapy. And I wanted to talk a little bit about my story and why I kind of went this direction. And my background, I've been in a lot of different sports over the years, different athletics capacity. I'm 42 now, so got some years on me. I'm no spring chicken, and but I've coached in the past too. So I've done things like diving and gymnastics and some various martial arts back in the day, and some other sports as well. But one of the things that my wife started a business, and she is a fitness business, and so we're still working on that. One of the things I noticed, though, this we started about 3 years ago, and that put me around 39 and ish, 38, 39. And I noticed that she was actually putting on muscle. We were working at about the same rate, and she was actually putting on muscle per pound per body ratio, um, way more effectively and better than I was. And I just, it was blowing my mind. Like I couldn't. Here I am, like 6 months to a year, 2 years go by, and she's putting on more muscle to fat ratio, and I'm sitting here going, "Gosh, I'm really not gaining weight. What's going on?" So I started looking into different diets, and I'll talk about that later. I think maybe some other videos on the different kinds of diets I tried along the way, and in some of the areas to deal with health and nutrition. Um, so I had a friend, a good friend of mine, who came to me, and I saw he looked bigger, built, and he was a couple years older than me. I was like, man, what are what's going on here? Why are what are you doing right? That obviously I'm not doing right. I'm doing wrong. And he said, well, hey, I'm on TRT, and he kind of gave me a basic run through. So I basically went out and tried one of the clinics up here in Greenwood, south of Indy, and started around January of last year. And so basically, what happened was that was the beginning of my journey on TRT. So, about TRT, I, I like it a lot. I think there are great benefits to it. I think that they far outweigh the disadvantages. I'm at the time I started TRT, I was probably I was on a mild cut diet. So, 42, 5'11", and I weighed in probably about 175. Let's just say 175 at the time. And it may have been actually a little bit higher than that because it was during January, winter months. So it was around, actually, it might have been 180 um, at that time. And so immediately within 6 weeks, I actually put on a lot of muscle. I mean, a lot. When I say a lot, I mean probably I could feel the difference within 4 to 6 weeks, for sure. And I think within 3 weeks, I started having that effect of like my well-being, sense of well-being was actually better. And so I went in for weekly injections. I started off probably about 175 mgs, and today I'm actually up to 210, and I actually just talked them into going to 220. So now here's the interesting thing. When I had my blood work done at first, my test was so low. It was 142 NGs per deciliter. 142. The average for a range of 40 to 45 male, last time I researched, was somewhere between 330 and 350, or 300 and 330 NGs per deciliter. I was at 142. So we're talking about significantly lower, and lower than most people I've even seen online. So I'm very surprised I didn't have other side effects that a lot of guys have complained about. And so maybe that had to do with the fact that I wasn't really heavy, so my estrogen level wasn't very heavy, uh, or there wasn't my estrogen wasn't over in abundance. And maybe in lifestyle, I just learned to deal with it. I started eating more healthy and nutritious, Lee, and I think that there's a lot of factors that go into that, the sense of well-being. So it's really hard to determine exactly when you don't feel good, what it is that makes you not feel good. And then maybe that's another topic for later. Um, so basically, I went. I am today. I am sitting at 830. The last blood work I had a couple months ago. Today would actually be, let's see, January. No, sorry, November 11th, I believe, and 2016. So we're almost a year later, right? So roughly 10 months ish later. And I my free test was interesting. My free test started off at about three. They said it was around three. Okay, and when I say three, I mean literally 3.0. And matter of fact, it was so low, they didn't even register it because when you have testosterone in your body of only 142 ngs, your free test is so low it's almost gonna be immeasurable. So long story short, I'm at roughly 23.7, I believe, today, and around 830 total tests. I'm doing test E or test cypionate, excuse me, and I wanted to show you real quick here. I'm gonna see if I can flip this thing around. Maybe I can't. Let's see if I can show this real quick. So this would be my chart, and you can kind of see where I start off January 18, 2016, and then I around October 3rd, 2016 was my last reading. And so it's been a journey. It's been very interesting. I feel better about myself now. Things that generally you have to worry about, like prostate, right? Your estradiol. I haven't had to go on an E2 blocker yet or anything like that. My blood, hematocrit, everything has been in check. I've been doing pretty well so far. So I've asked to bump up. I'm actually at 23.7 is really good. I've actually asked to bump that up to 25. Another thing too is it's inspired and motivated me to actually take my diet a little bit more serious too. So that's been a very big benefit. So what I'm doing now is actually working towards a physique competition for next year, and so I'm actually on a bulk cycle and learning how to do that, working with a strength coach. I will say there are a couple other things I'm trying out too as well, along with the diet. But I will say that the fundamental base of correcting the testosterone with TRT has been absolutely crucial in not just well-being but also strength gains, strength and just body definition, and just really has motivated me to kind of keep moving forward. And so I hopefully will start putting out more content and more videos about this kind of stuff. So if anyone has any questions specifically about my journey on TRT, I'd like to give more time and talk more about that. And let me know. One of the reasons why I really want to do this is I want to start helping guys. I want to help guys, particularly not just guys, but also just women and men that are, we're not in our 20s. We're not teenagers anymore. And so we're going to have to battle things much different. We're going to have to challenge. We have challenges in life, and we're going to have to make adjustments along the way. And so we have to check hormone levels. We have to check. We don't have the human growth hormone. We don't have testosterone. We have imbalances in our body, and then you have to deal with all the damage that we do to our bodies when we are eating the garbage, the repercussions of our entire lives. Everything we've ever done bad, it's starting to pile up now. So when you start hitting 40s, and if you know anything about testosterone in guys, you hit about 30 years old and you lose about 1 to 2%, 1.5%, arguably, of test every year from 30 on. And so it can be a little difficult on the body. So my journey, my goal is to be healthier, and to be quite honest with you, I'm actually stronger. My bench is the highest it has been in my entire life. I'm hitting PRs all over the place, and I absolutely love it. It's a great journey. So again, any questions on? I hope to do some other videos on nutrition, bodybuilding, and my journey on cutting and bulking and different methods I've used, as well as talk more about TRT, which has really helped me out, and other things as well to help inspire. So, thanks, guys, and we'll chat next time. See ya.